Can you say a couple words?
Hi. Sorry, I had to get up and grab my water. It was like 10 feet away, just out of reach. Hello, hello.
How fucking dare you?
I know. It's very unprofessional.
What?
But I needed the Wawa.
Chat, kill him.
Chat, don't.
Well, fuck. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood.
The end.
Thank you for $20, Void and Forgotten. We get more of the cut on YouTube, but I'm gonna remind you again, you can always check out my Patreon if you want to give us money, because I do get all of that money instead of some of that money, and you get a bunch of rewards.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat, but yeah, I could pin it, but I don't. Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Give me a minute.
Hell yeah.
Here, let's see. Can I? And then, oh, you guys are typing too much. There we go. Pin message. There you go.
Pachow, look at that. Treat yourselves to cool stuff.
Yeah, and like, Aloha would be like, no, I get the super chat money, but like, no, I pay Aloha salary, and I pay him out of the Patreon, so that's also paying Aloha. All right. Let's see how long I can go before this game crashes. It better fucking not.
I'm gonna put a little stopwatch on.
Continue. Yam is not here today for a little while.
Not yet, but she's on her way.
Looks like bad weather again tonight. What else is new? Oh, just wanted to give a fun fact. I'm making a physical Fire Emblem game, and your RD playthrough inspired me to give Tyranio Kingslayer as an ability. Thanks for the content. No problem. Thanks for the money. Though again, I will remind you, there is a Patreon link.
Treat yourselves, but thank you.
Let's look. Let's look at the brew pad. We got some coffee. We got
Cinnamon latte, sweet coffee. That's it. There's nothing else.
No, she has 2 likes.
Hey, you know, sounds like she could use a third, am I right?
All right, sure.
Yeah, help her out. Help her.
Like, fucking Lucas.
Look at this fucking guy.
Lucas seems like he's tortured to do this shit.
I mean, you've had to do social media.
Yeah, but like not as a, like the disconnected and is reconnecting. Don't try too hard, darling.
Oh boy, are we back stream?
We should be back, yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was an OBS problem. That had nothing to do with my computer.
Got it. It's too dainty.
Dainty? What would you like then? Red, black, and purple?
That wouldn't be the worst.
Okay then, why not? But you have to commit to it. No takebacks this time.
Hey. I don't know. Maybe. Let's take a break from the topic. I only have time for a quick drink before I go back to work. And it's not like we're going to decide now anyway.
Maybe that's the problem. How are we supposed to plan this wedding if we keep postponing every choice we need to make? Guys, just have a small wedding. Just,
yep.
It's easy.
My sister did a courthouse. Awesome. Cannot stress enough. That's the way to do it.
Hey, Bumuma, what do you think? Pale green, lilac, and daffodil yellow, or red, black, and purple? I mean, I'm not an idiot.
Red, black.
No, no.
What?
For a
that
wedding?
Sounds rad.
For a
yeah.
wedding?
That sounds rad. Hey, don't put Muma on the spot.
No, it's quite all right. It's just that I wouldn't know. This is your wedding. Your opinions matter, not mine. I'll kill you!
Trouble is, we don't know what our opinions are.
Oops, I skipped something. And when we think we do, we change our mind. It's like the centerpieces.
Oh, please, can we not talk about that now?
I really thought we agreed on the cute cottagecore ones. The ones you spotted on Tomodachi? I mean, they were your pick in the first place.
They were, but they were also too expensive. We have to be realistic.
But weddings in general are expensive. Especially
No.
when you want to have 200 guests.
That's a low blow. Ugh, 200 gets too many. That's a low blow. I can't just disinvite my entire extended family.
The key word is extended. Do you even know half of these people?
That's not the issue. If I invite one of them, I had to invite all of them. No.
Man, sorry, Alua. I hardcore disagree with everything about you.
Yeah, you are just wrong. It's like a domino effect. Besides, they'll be paying for part of the wedding.
I still don't think they should. I can pull my weight. Bro, come on. If 200 people... Are you wearing a Yu-Gi-Oh shirt? If we if we have to choose, I'd rather we have the beautiful things you like. Even if it means we have fewer guests.
Well, if my family's not chipping in, we might not be able to afford either.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I don't want our wedding to just be a random meal with a bunch of people we're not even that close to. And I said I'll make sure we can afford a dream wedding.
Or die trying? I don't want you to...
Why are you looking at me like that? Saved by the Bell. Don't want to misgender anyone. What? Is there anything I should know about the Jello Crew lore as changed from when Dogs in Love 2 is made? No, that's up to date.
Yep. That's work. I really can't linger. I think I'll have that drink now, Bumumo.
Of course, what can I get you?
Something that will keep me awake.
The truth.
I still have work to do, and my head hurts. So I guess strong coffee would be good.
Dude, if your head hurts, you should do tea, not coffee.
And with a nice spicy kick, please.
Any preference on the spicy kick?
No, any strong coffee with spice will do.
Okay, what am I looking at here, chat? Help me cheat. I assume, like, what? Coffee, ginger, cinnamon?
Let's look at that cool chat. Hey, chat.
Lua is insane. She's just, like, focused on family, but to a degree that I think is wrong. Coffee, ginger.
Yeah, I would politely, I think she's stupid in this regard.
Politely, idiot.
What? Yeah, like as polite as I can be. I think it's idiotic.
A Jahe Chabrook for the lady.
Ooh, an oldie goodie. Perfect.
Look at my man hand. Why is it like that?
He lost his elven immortality, which means he's like losing his twink.
The work you've seen, that I've seen.
I can feel myself relaxing already.
Small thing.
You're gonna pay for that?
I kind of wish that instead of I kind of wish that instead of doing like the Metroid thing of like, no, my power-ups, and being like, you don't know any of these people anymore. The phone deleted your contact info, which like makes no sense on social media. I kind of wish it was just like, you already know this guy, and also here's 3 more things about them you can unlock. Like, is anyone playing this game before playing the first one? Like, who's like, yo, Coffee Talk episode 2, like blue and hibiscus? I'll start here. Like, what a strange choice.
I think it's fine in a Metroidvania or something like that, because like, what the fuck ever, people will jump in at any time. But in a very character-focused game, it is a little strange. What?
You're weird. That thing doesn't smell relaxing to me at all.
It's my cigarette.
Oh.
You're weird.
I guess we're both weird.
That we are.
Oh.
Oh, I can't do him justice.
My lovely weirdo.
My lovely weirdo.
My perfect misfit. Man, fuck this. You're doing a good job as Lua, but fuck this that I don't get to play off of this with Yam.
Yeah, oh god.
Hyde looking at her like prey.
Yeah. This is so much better.
So they're definitely gonna have the wedding here, right? It really is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, perfect! Perfect timing!
Hi.
Yes.
Hello!
Oh, yeah, get in here.
I just walked in.
Oh, okay, here, give me 1 second. I
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
just walked in the door.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Oh,
Chad is so excited. They're like, thank God we didn't have to recast for even one line and kill them.
Yeah, Lua and Bailey came in. Bailey's plural. It's such a strange name. And I hope that's what all elven names are like in this universe. It's like, hi, I'm Marx. Like, I'm George's.
Marx? Like the philosopher?
No.
okay. Did I miss anything? Yeah.
Basically, Lua and Bailey's came in and they're arguing about stuff in their wedding because they can't decide anything. I think the implication is eventually they're probably going to give up and have it here at this coffee shop because this place relaxes them. But,
The
fucking
important detail is that Lua is just wrong.
Lua's like, I want to have my entire extended family of 200 people at the wedding. Why can't we afford it? And Bailey's is like, girl.
And then they're
So
debating like,
Lua is just wrong again.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh,
Here,
poor Lua.
I want to read this off of you.
Okay.
Alright. You're weird. That thing doesn't smell relaxing to me at all.
You're weird.
Guess we're both weird.
There we are, my lovely weirdo.
My perfect misfit.
This is so much better.
Oh, it really is. Have I mentioned I love your smile?
Never enough.
I hate your smile.
Disgusting.
Hyde is just the best character in this series. I love him.
I'm going to need something real spicy to wash this down.
And I'd love to serve it to you, Hyde. If Bailey's doesn't want to order, that is.
Hi, sorry. I didn't hear you come in.
Oh, I guess it has been 3 years. Maybe these guys are like friends at this point.
Maybe. Yeah, I know. You were too busy doing whatever you were doing.
Chat. Ew, the straights.
Ew.
Hey, Hyde. Go ahead, get yourself a drink. I can wait. I'll stick here for a while anyway, until Lua properly gets off work.
Alright then. Did you hear me, Bumumo? Spicy is the name of the game.
Any preference on the spice or the base?
Nope. Just make sure it's got a spicy kick of something, then double it.
Okay.
oh,
Help me cheat, chat.
come on, chat.
This is gonna be his special one with ginger, right? Since we didn't have it last time.
Oh, yeah.
Hibiscus, ginger. Interesting mix of flavors. Zobo.
Zobo. That sounds like a Final Fantasy thing.
I felt up for a challenge, so try this. If you don't like hibiscus in this, you never will.
Let's see if you cracked the Hyde code.
You're cracked at tea, Bumumo. Well,
It's fine.
This is kind of troublesome, Bumumo. You know me a little too well.
so I take it that works for you.
This is a perfectly executed Zobo, if I ever tasted one.
Lean into the mic a bit more, yeah.
Glad to see you've made use of your ginger resupply.
So you knew I couldn't get it right last time. Fucker!
Fucker.
Forgive an old man his old man jokes.
I love him!
Lua looking over like, maybe I made the wrong choice.
Bailey's is alright. But he's not Hyde.
Anyhow, this is the only acceptable way to drink hibiscus. I used to have a friend in Lagos who made zobo like this. Every time I visited, she lived near the harbor. We would sit down and drink it and watch the boats float by.
That sounds nice.
That sounds lovely. Oh, sorry.
She was a good friend.
She isn't anymore?
When you've got a vampire's lifespan, friends come and go. That's sad. You get used to it.
Isn't this where you say something about enjoying each moment even more, or grief being the price you pay for love?
I'm afraid it's a lot more mundane than that. Some things you forget, and for others, you just get better at moving on. Anyway, speaking of enjoying the moment, your family troubles have sorted themselves out, yes? Still on the marriage track?
Yeah, we are.
We definitely are.
Not getting too bored?
Not really. Turns out planning a wedding is, well, suitably entertaining.
That's one way of putting it. Can't wait to be at the marriage stage of it, to be honest.
Could you sound any less enthusiastic?
Hey, here they go again.
Good to see that some things don't change.
Bumumo, if I kill them, what will you do? Will you stop me? Will you report me? Gala. I don't think I've seen Gala post anything yet.
He might be a lurker.
Yeah.
And such a dramatic backdrop, too. You should start serving popcorn, Bumumo.
I'd be more enthusiastic if we didn't fight about it every single time.
No, I'm not engaging with this right now. I've got to go to work anyway.
Right. And I'm going to have a drink.
Bye, Bumumo. Bye, Hyde.
See ya.
I feel bad for Bailey's, honestly.
Yeah.
Ugh. What can I make you, Mr. Bailey's? I think something warm, sweet, and comforting, please. Hot
Unlike
chocolate,
my
perhaps?
wife.
Yes, chocolate with honey and milk could work. Chocolate, honey, milk,
And dust. Oh.
and Doris. Chocolate.
I think
and-
Lou was a good pair for him, but like, man, she has got to get over this family shit.
There we go. Chocobi Miracle for you. Perfect.
Hatsune Mireku.
Sekai This feels so good, Bumumo. Means a lot that you're always looking out for all of us. On a miserable night like this. It's heartwarming. But of course, you're our valued customers. I could kill him.
Look at my hand. Can you help it? Never mind. I don't want to show you.
Oh yeah, you missed Bailey's weird man hands.
Oh?
You'll see them
Okay.
again. I hope Lua didn't get too soaked.
You do care a lot about her.
We're getting married. Of course I do.
Then why all the fighting?
Fuck! You tell me. Oh, this wedding is bringing out the worst in us. Since we sorted out the situation with my family...
You mean since you cut them off?
Yeah. Since I stopped talking to their judgmental faces, Lua and I haven't fought about anything. Until now. Every time we try to organize this thing, it's like we become different people. Hire a wedding planner, you idiots.
Spency.
Let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
What do you want from this wedding?
Manhand Bailey!
Oh.
How do you mean? I just want to find a ring that I can fit around my ogreish hooves.
It's It's not complicated.
Why so complicated, Hyde?
It's so complicated. Just do what you want.
Why you have to go and make things so
So
complicated?
complicated.
She was a skater boy.
She was a skater boy. Good for her. Good for her.
Nay, I can be your girlfriend.
No way, no way. I think you need a new one.
If you close your eyes and picture the day, what do you see?
Honestly, I have no clue. I know Lua is there, but that's about it.
That's not a bad start, in truth. But if you don't have specific expectations,
Sorry, scooting.
why don't you just let her do what she wants?
Yeah, you make it sound so easy. I want her to have what she wants. I keep forgetting this is the voice I decided to give him because, so that anytime I'm like, oh, I need to like act realistically. Oh right, this is Bailey's. That's exactly what I've been trying to achieve.
You've trapped yourself.
I've been picking up on everything she's liking on Tomodachi, every wedding picture she's pinning online, all the places she finds cool, all the fashion designers she follows. She deserves to have all that, to have a special day. But every time I make a suggestion, she won't hear of it. She says it's too much, too expensive, too this, too that.
Is it? Too much? Too expensive?
But that's not the point.
Oh, God.
I don't want her to have a shabby wedding just because I'm estranged from my family. Boy, she lives in an apartment that I assume you live in, provided by her company. She's gotta be like one step below like CEO or something if that's the shit they're handing her. You've gotta be in downtown Seattle. You've gotta be well off.
But my hands.
My horrible hands. My hands look like this, so hers can look like this.
They're the same.
I want her to have what she wants, what she deserves. A proper princess wedding.
You're a remarkably presumptuous young man.
Mr. Hyde, I know Hyde helped Lua back in the day. If he's got something to hear, I want to hear it.
Smartest thing anyone said.
Good, because I was going to say it whether you like it or not.
Momo, come on, let him go off.
You're sitting here, going on about everything Lua should want, as if you could know what's in someone else's heart. Even when you love someone.
Put that thing away.
No, especially when you love someone. You should never presume to know what they need. Lua is the only one who can tell what Lua wants.
But that's exactly the problem. When I ask her, she always says she doesn't know.
Then give her time to figure it out. It's not going to help if you pressure her with 1,000 suggestions a minute, or if you try to force her into some sort of princess wedding,
Chat, let him brew.
just to make you feel good about yourself.
But what if we take so long that we reach old age and we're still not married? What are you, fucking a 6-year-old? Oh, sorry.
If you reach old age and you're still together, married or not, I think that counts as a win.
Correct.
And since we're sorry. And since we're talking about taking some time, you should also use that time to figure out what you want. Otherwise, the best you'll get is a wedding, based on your skewed idea of what Lua's wedding should be. That sounds pretty sad to me.
Well, that wasn't pleasant to hear. Bailey's. But it also wasn't wrong. Give her time and figure out what I want, huh? Sounds so simple. Should have thought about that before, I guess. You're not bad at this tough love thing, are you? Oh, doesn't Gala know it?
He says I'm a good boy.
Perhaps I should consider a career in couples counseling.
That doesn't sound nearly as much fun as modeling.
Doesn't it? Modeling gets old after a while.
Thought you were having a good time in LA.
I was, until I wasn't. I'm moving to Seattle, in fact. I kept my contract with the agency just in case. There aren't many modeling jobs to be had here.
God, I don't know why I keep double tapping. Really? What are you going to do then?
Go back to my mafia dwarf buddies, of course. Come on, I'm obviously kidding.
Are you?
I wouldn't go back to them. I'd go back to being chased by them. Besides, I checked in on them, and everyone I used to find entertaining has retired now. Meanwhile, their grandkids manage the whole enterprise, like it's some sort of startup.
Are we seriously talking about the Mafia right now?
That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about.
Mr. Hyde likes to play a little.
Guilty as charged. I can't help it. When I see an earnest face, I have to tease it.
Twirls my hair. I'll take that as a compliment. But also, what's wrong with managing things like a startup? Sounds like a pretty efficient approach, right?
You young people. Impatient in business like you're impatient in love. Efficiency isn't everything. I have all the time in the world. I don't care if things are done fast. I want them done right.
Maybe you should go into slow fashion. Or fine arts. If you paint with oils, that'll take some proper time.
Fine arts were the first thing I got good at a few centuries ago. But my style isn't trendy nowadays. Too much
Chiaroscuro.
Chiaroscuro lighting.
Too much Cheerios.
Too many Cheerios, and putting blue in skin tones isn't novel anymore.
If you're insinuating that you're Rembrandt...
Shh, if my mafia buddies find out, I'll be in trouble.
You're always joking around, Hyde. But for all that, you don't sugarcoat your advice. You're a pretty great listener. I hope you also have people who listen to you.
I'm moving here to be closer to them.
What was that?
Nothing. I believe your phone is ringing.
Ah, it's Lua. She's done with work for the day, finally. In a hurry to leave here, Mr. Baileys? No, not at all. But I am looking forward to going home.
And keep bickering?
No, I don't think so. I had an epiphany just now. Must be something in the drink. I'm going to leave the topic alone for a little while.
Good elf.
You know what you're doing!
Enjoy your night, then.
I think I will. Thanks, Hyde. And thanks, Bumumo. Of course, I'm Bumumo. Okay.
Checking my phone.
Have a good night, Mr. Baileys. Mr. Hyde, what was that about the Mafia and modeling and fine arts? Are you genuinely considering a career change?
All I'm considering right now is whether my car got nicked. I know old man Georgie said this area is safe, and it's a bit of a pile of junk. But it's a pile of junk with sentimental value.
I sense a story.
It's quite a story indeed. But I'll make it short, because it's getting pretty late.
That's an interesting way to...
Cousin, it's getting pretty late.
That's a really interesting way to spell that in this context.
I've seen it a few times, but it's uncommon, yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much always see that as C-A-U-S-E with an apostrophe before the C.
Or C-U-S, but that's more colloquial and texty. I got this car many moons ago, back when Gala was my bodyguard. I had been stuck in Seattle for a while, working day in and day out. At at some point, I decided I needed a proper break. But, you know Gala. He's a bit of a stickler for the rules. There was no way I could have a night out in the middle of a big job, not on his watch.
So you slipped his watch.
You know me well, Bumumo. Some friends and I, we decided to get together. I was to provide the ride, they provided the entertainment. I did the usual thing. I waited until Gala was sound asleep. Then I left a pile of pillows under the duvet, hide-shaped. And I snuck out of the hotel room. There was only one problem. Gala was my chauffeur as well.
He had your car keys.
He had my car keys. And I wasn't about to poke the bear wolf. So I went to the nearest dealership and got the cheapest car I could find. I only intended to keep it for the night, you see. I'll spare you the details, but my friends and I, we drove to a lovely spot with a view. For the sort of action which, I admit, might appear ambiguous from the outside, but to me was very enjoyable indeed. We were right in the thick of it, and suddenly we hear a tap on the window.
Let me guess. That was Gala?
The wolf himself. He peers inside. Then he starts banging on the door so hard the whole car is shaking. We all just kind of freeze, and then he says, "How dare you kidnap Mr. Hyde?" Opens the door and tosses my dates outside.
Mr. Hyde. You're not winding me up, are you?
Oh, Bumumo, I wish. Sorry. It still sends me into a fit just to think about it. He princess carried me out of the car, if you could believe that.
That's a conscientious bodyguard if I've ever heard of one.
Right. Truly earning his yearly bonus. I didn't even have the chance to explain the situation. At least, not until he removed my gag. Gala acted like he was angry, but in reality he was mortified. If not as mortified as my dates, whom I had to pick out of the grass.
Oh, poor Gala.
Bumumo. I see where your allegiance lies. Personally, I say poor me. I never saw those lovely friends again after that fiasco. But I couldn't be angry at Gala, even then. In fact, I found his chivalry rather charming. He didn't seem to find my antics quite as charming, though. He had woken up, hadn't found me, and was already suspecting the worst. And that was before he discovered me in a strange car in the middle of nowhere, in a compromising position. I think he was truly terrified on my account. So, he stopped talking to me for a few weeks.
That doesn't sound unfair.
I suppose it wasn't. He also wouldn't give me my car keys back. I got stuck with this old thing you can see outside. And the worst part of it is, if you can believe it, I decided as a grand gesture to chauffeur him around in it. He stopped sulking really quickly after that. I suspect he wasn't a huge fan of my driving. Anyhow, I decided to keep the car in the end, for whatever reason. My car collection has had some serious turnover, but this one isn't going anywhere. I must have replaced everything inside it a dozen times over. And it's still very banged up. But I guess I've grown fond of it by now. We're both a little stuck in time, this car and I.
You're rather more sentimental than I thought, Mr. Hyde.
Sentimental, hmm? That's what you took away from that story? But I suppose you're right. Good thing it's only us here. I can plausibly deny this conversation ever took place. Still, the rain has stopped, and it's my cue to go. Before I lose all my remaining cred.
I hope the car is safe and sound.
So do I.
Pan over and Freya is there!
I'm Freya.
And Bumumo?
Yes?
I'm Freya.
No, nothing. Have a good night.
Good night, Mr. Hyde. He's just like aggressively the best character.
Leonardo, Da Vinci, Rembrandt, none of them are here. I remain.
Leonardo, Da Vinci. I love Jerma.
Jerma's a funny guy.
I don't like watch Jerma. I just absorb him through like other people reposting his shit, but I love him. In fairness, I don't really watch any streamer. I hope the power hiccups don't affect the machine too much. This is a very slow start. Ah, here we go. This is just all she ever tweets about.
I think it's really cute. I like her a lot.
I think it's helpful.
Yeah.
Give it a like.
Thank you.
It's cute that Lucas and Rachel follow each other.
Yeah.
Who is the other like? We can't see. Ah, here we go. Right in the nick of time. Welcome, you two. It's a relief to see you safe and sound. Hi,
Yay,
Bumuma.
someone I don't voice so I can eat my taters.
Ooh.
Yes, we're also very relieved. It was a little scary last time.
We analyzed the events of the evening and found them 31.245% frightening and 68.755% distasteful. Leaving in such a hurry is not an experience we care to repeat.
Hopefully this will be a quieter evening.
Yes, that is our wish. Anyhow, greetings are customary in cafes, bars, and restaurants, are they not? Therefore, good evening. Even if in reality, it should be good night. Yes! My girl!
Kill you.
We find that very strange.
I'm so sorry, Boom.
I didn't know she knew slurs yet. That good evening is a way to say hello. But good night is a way to say goodbye. Is this assuming that you never start an encounter at night?
What?
Because that theory would appear to be empirically wrong. For example, this is the second time we meet Earthchild, and both times have been at night. Our 100% sample does not bear out the aforementioned premise.
But...
Additionally, the very concepts of evening and morning seem only marginally...
Amanda.
Yes, what is it?
Neil, I think Bumumo tried to interject a couple of times. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, Bumumo. No, it's alright, I didn't have anything important to say. The truth is, I'm not sure why our greetings have a circadian rhythm. Earthlings are creatures of habit, I suppose. They get attached to certain ways of using language and often don't question the actual meaning of the words. Yes, at least in this particular case, no one's getting hurt. Since I arrived here, I've observed that some thoughtless uses of language can have a much more painful effect. Indeed.
We see and we agree. And we apologize for interrupting you, Bumumo.
Don't worry about it.
Communicating without a hive connection is rather challenging. Besides, we have been in a somewhat heightened mental state. We have been finding Earth quite curious, extraordinary even. We are keen to absorb as much information as we can during our visit here. It seems to us our siblings who previously visited Earth came back with findings of a rather superficial nature. We are excited to gather data that will advance the science of Earth studies. Our return to the hive will be triumphal.
Yo, Will, I really like your Amanda voice. It's very soothing.
Oh, thank you. Of course, we do not know such things for the glory. But still, we are looking forward to seeing our work recognized.
So, are you a scholar, Miss Amanda?
Yes, that is a good equivalence of what we are. We specialize in data gathering and analysis of poorly charted territories.
That sounds very impressive.
Our, DGAPCT is much less impressive than our siblings' mission. Silver is an explorer and an adventurer. He is deserving of respect. And his mission to find a prospective partner is of the utmost importance.
Still perspective, huh? No progress on that front, I take it. Well, I wouldn't quite say that. Very intriguing. You're always so professional, Bumumo. You rarely ask direct questions. But I think you're a little curious about the gossip, right?
Sorry I missed that. What is gossip?
Gossip is information about what goes on in other people's lives.
Oh, we see. So it's like data on individual beings then.
Yes, that sounds right.
We love gossip. What is wrong with it?
Nothing at all, and I would love to listen to yours. But let me at least make you a drink first.
We must consider our choice of drink carefully. We suggest our sibling go first.
You ready to order, Silver? I have an idea, yes. Can we expect an interesting new recipe? You're a barista yourself now, after all. A barista? How am I like that he still does that.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the cafe? Yes, you mentioned you were opening one, didn't you? I am. I'm like, Neil! I am, after a fashion. But I'm not focusing on drink menus just yet. Also intriguing. I promise I'm not just withholding information, Bumumo, but things are a little complicated. Is it alright if we start with the drink? I'll try my best to explain everything afterwards. Sounds good to me. Then, I think I'd like something simple tonight. Do you remember the first drink I ordered when I came here years ago? Wasn't it a coffee-based drink? It was a coffee drink. And I think you mentioned it was very bitter. Bitter and tart, right? Yeah, the chat doing the finger touch emojis. Yes, I think that's right. A bitter and tart coffee drink. Ugh, this recipe. Coffee, lemon, give the ID card. Okay, this looks disgusting.
Black lemon.
Gib.
Give to him.
I'll gib.
Okay.
What is... I got it off the agent the last time he was here. This is quite something. Thank you, Bumumo, truly. You can't know how much it helps, but it really does. Don't mention it. I thought, maybe you'd find a good way to put it to use. I'm sure I can figure something out. You seem to have grown quite creative over the months. I guess I have, somewhat. I'll let you know how this plays out in the end. Thank you again. Here's a black lemon for you, Silver. This definitely looks like what I had in mind. Ew! I ordered this? And it's funny because, Neil has a very specific way of talking, and trying to bring it back to, a human cadence, people always say whenever I'm in this zone, they're like, that's just the Naven voice, and, no, it isn't. This one's getting really close.
It's dancing with Naven.
It's dancing with Naven. It's very minimal, yet strong. Very enjoyable. I think I might prefer sweeter things, but I'm glad I tried this one. I second what Miss Amanda said last time. You feel the same in some ways, yet also very different. I don't know. I do think that everyone keeps changing all the time. Maybe we feel like our personalities make sense because we see ourselves in hindsight, when the truth is, we make ourselves up as we go along.
That is an insightful theory, Silver. You have grown wiser. You used to be a rather youthful and innocent part of the hive.
Well, I have had to learn to learn and adapt here. It has been a couple of years, after all. But despite all that, and considering what I said about people changing all the time, I don't think I have changed all that much. In fact, it's as if I've been becoming a little more me every day. Just revealing myself.
Speaking of that, we meant to ask.
How's the tea working out? You mean the drink? No.
No. How did you choose this specific Earthling appearance over another? Our observation is that Earthlings come in a great many varieties, with a near infinity of combinations. Did you run a random generation algorithm?
Oh, no, it wasn't random at all. Even if at first it wasn't a conscious process. I chose the way I look because it felt true to who I am. When I first started coming to this cafe, I had a hard time understanding this world and its rules. But there were already some things that I could relate to. Some things that felt familiar. Like Hyde's eyes that always see beyond the surface. Or Gala's outfit, which is a sign of kindness and trust. Oh, that's why he was wearing it at the end of the last game. I borrowed these traits from them without even realizing. That's cool. I didn't realize that. I mean, hey, when he walked in, I was like, is that Hyde? Because the eyes were
Yeah,
so similar.
actually, well, mission successful.
That's pretty clever, actually.
That's pretty cool. It's
You
pretty
took
cool.
inspiration from them. Yes, our species seems to have the ability to do that. But Gala's fashion I couldn't keep after all. It came with responsibilities. People stopped me all the time to ask for medical advice. I can see how that would be problematic. Yes, but then I found this fictional universe where all the stories take place in the stars. So I changed my outfit to imitate theirs.
I wondered about that.
And at some point, it all came together. One morning, I saw myself in the mirror, and I felt right. Like the way I looked matched who I was. It made me feel at peace. So, although I look different now from when we first met, and although I have learned the ways of this world a bit and have grown a bit, in many ways I still feel the same.
She is so
Different.
excited for you.
Yeah, different but same.
So proud of your transition, bro.
Happy Pride Month, I hear, is popular right now.
Where? I hate these notifications. They bug me so much. You know what's really funny is like, if I were looking through dating profiles and I saw this with no information, I'd be like, this guy's really hot. I would not imagine this personality.
Yeah. It makes sense to us.
It really does. Beep boop.
Oh, is that Laurel?
No, this is from Pearl.
Still no news from Midge? We think the odds are now 84.308% that she is phantoming you.
Do you mean ghosting?
We mean phantoming, as in when you think you hear a sound, and your ears are merely playing a trick on you. We thought we had established a hive connection with Midge, but it was only a phantom sound after all. Anyhow, what is Pearl saying?
That her calendar might clear up soon if I want to meet up. Ooh, Silver! Sounds like things are going very well indeed. I think it may be time I tell you a little bit about this.
But we wish to order a drink as well.
Oh, of course, I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Amanda.
Before you spill the tea, I need tea.
Our apologies, but the machine's having issues today. We'll let you know as soon as it's working again.
Curious that Earth drink making skills are so refined, yet so unreliable. This is a land of contradictions.
It sure is.
But do carry on, sibling.
Right, so I've been relying on Amanda to help me with the online part of online dating, and it's been working really well,
Somehow.
on average. There have also been some small issues.
Earthlings are strange.
Online dating has a reputation for emphasizing that, yes.
Some Earthlings express their interest, but when you say hello, they never answer back. While in real life, saying hello is a starter for 99.845% of conversations. It seems that online, more humorous or breeding-oriented openers are favored.
That's true. If you DM me with just hello for any reason, there's a 0% chance I'm gonna respond.
However, if an opener is entirely horned, it is considered out of bounds and angrily dismissed.
Horned?
Yes, that is when prospective partners send you close-up pictures of their horns.
People do that. Oh, yes. I think it would be fine after a bit of conversation. If we get into the mood and they ask first, I'd probably say yes. Horns can be really pretty, you know, but it feels very strange when that's the first thing they do, before they even write a single word, I can imagine.
And then sometimes Earthlings express interest, but after reading a joke that is statistically funny 99.908% of the time, they answer with a sad face and block communications.
Funny for you 99.908% of the time?
Yes. Fortunately, online dating is governed by the law of large numbers, which favors persistence. We are patient.
Amanda has been spending a lot of time on the app, and it's started to work out. I'm now having conversations with some really nice people, especially Pearl.
We prefer Laurel. Her facial features are more symmetrical, but Silver seems to favor the asymmetrical Earthling.
It's just, she sounds like a really good person. She's a communications director for a charity that fights homelessness. She cares about other people a lot. I don't think she's been very lucky in return, but she's very funny and curious of everything, and her smile.
Please desist. We can sense your hormones boiling.
And she's the person you might be getting a date with. I really hope so.
Do you have a day and time for your date?
No, this is on a different topic. Please excuse me. The fucking finger emojis in chat really get me.
That's very cute.
So I take it you've been enjoying your time on Earth, Miss Amanda? Or not?
No, we have been enjoying it, but we also see the limits of it.
How do you mean?
We are a hive mind. A hive mind knows no boundaries or limitations. We share all our thoughts and desires. It is not difficult for us to connect. We are born connected, but Earthlings are guarded. They have complex emotions, and they have no means of truly knowing what anyone else feels. That makes them afraid of judgment and of hurt. It must be very difficult and painful for them to connect deeply. There is so much they must let go of first. We could not live like that.
You said that online networks were like a hive.
Like a hive, but not a true hive. A true hive requires honesty and directness, as well as a desire to deeply understand others.
I see. You don't think you could ever adapt the way Silver has?
Silver is different. Even when he was a part of us, we could sense him looking outwards. That is why he has become such an amazing explorer. And that is why he made the effort to learn Earthlings' codes and behaviors. He did not just want to understand, he wanted to experience. We are not like him. We like to seek knowledge on what is different from us. But once we have that knowledge, we are satisfied. Uncovering it and bringing it back is what we do, is what makes us happy. This is curious. It seems we are picking up some Earthling instincts after all. It is a good thing that our data readings here should soon be complete.
And Silver's on his way to getting a date.
It would appear so. I say ponk now. Ponk!
Human phrase. Amanda, we have to go.
What? Again?
That call was bad news. The agent... Oh, no. Too late. Just hide behind the counter. Quick.
Oh no! Oh!
Good evening, Mr. Agent.
Nice horn.
We apologize, but our machine has been having issues. We can't serve drinks at the moment.
Is this me or Yam? Because I think we switch back and forth.
Yeah, both.
You go ahead, Will, because I'm still kind of eating.
Sure. You know very well I'm not here for the drinks.
Get the fuck out of our store!
Very well then. I'd rather not involve any more civilians in this, though.
Oh, do you mean me? I'm sorry, but can't whatever this is wait for another night? I haven't finished my drink yet, and it looks like rain again outside.
Well, here's something that can't wait for starters. Barista, did you happen to find an ID card lying around?
An ID card? Not that I can recall, no.
I certainly hope you're telling the truth.
Mr. Agent, you always seem to doubt me. But you've been here several times already. Surely you should see by now I'm not lying.
Well, you're awfully good at avoiding straight answers and...
Losing an ID card sounds very troublesome. Back when I worked at a delivery center, they would make us pay a lot to replace ID cards.
Ugh, that's not even the start of it. My job is a lot less forgiving than a delivery center.
I'm very sorry to hear that. What's your job exactly?
We uncover illegal aliens and extradite them. Which is why I've been coming here in the first place. We keep getting tips that there have been alien sightings around this cafe. Speaking of which, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, young man?
I can't say that I have. I don't come here all that often, but it's always seemed very above board to me. I am a normal man. Do not question. Why are you threatening people?
I don't get it.
Are you sure the tips aren't a prank? It seems that some young people enjoy those as a pastime. There are very popular videos of them online.
That... maybe it is. But I still have to investigate properly. Otherwise, my superiors will have my head on a platter.
But you can't waste your time on a cold trail either. Surely your superiors will see that you've done your best.
I doubt that. They're a bit obsessed with the alien situation.
Obsessed? Is it really that big an issue?
Well, having such unusual elements around disturbs the public peace. Your average Joe has no clue what to make of them, you know? Makes people feel unsettled.
I see.
Although the visible aliens aren't too bad from where I'm standing, at least we can identify and extract them. Aliens who try to pass for Earthlings are a bigger problem.
Why so?
For one, it just muddles things. No matter how much they try to look like Earthlings, they were born aliens, and aliens they remain. But now they're aliens who don't look like aliens. What does that mean, you know? Where does it stop? What if some Earthlings decided they wanted to look like aliens?
Fuck this guy.
That would be a huge mess.
There are already people like that, I would think.
Would it?
Anyway, the top brass insists that we go after them. And in the end, that makes my job a lot harder. All that time spent detecting them. Give me a good spacesuit-wearing alien any day, you know? Oh, but don't you worry about a thing. We at Fire always find a way to keep the public safe.
I see. So how do you go about detecting them exactly?
That one's easy. Once I have my suspicions, I check their ID. That makes it all clear, right?
Right. I do wonder, though, what is it... And I'm sorry if I'm being too curious. I have a habit of putting my foot in my mouth.
No, you're good. No harm in asking.
For the people in chat who are yelling trans allegory, please don't forget that ice exists in real life.
Yeah, this is...
And it's a bit more on the nose with that.
It's
Yeah.
this is an immigration allegory.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
It's
read it as a
both.
trans narrative as well, but please don't forget the other one.
Yeah.
I think Silver specifically reads as a trans narrative. I think the aliens at large are meant as the other thing. What is it that makes aliens so very different? There are all sorts of people living here. They all have different personalities, different looks. And for me, when I walk through the streets of Seattle and I see that no two people are alike, I admit that it makes me very happy. So if someone comes from further away, but they feel an Earthling at heart, would they really be more different from the people who live in this city than the people in this city are different from each other? Or would they just be another version of an Earthling? Perhaps no less beautiful?
Damn, I gotta think about this, Leaves. At the end of the day, who the heck knows? It's not like I can afford to spend time pondering it. I don't have a dog in this fight, so to speak. Thing is the law, and my job is to uphold it.
Imagine being enough of a psychopath to, instead of using the line, I don't have a horse in this race, I don't have a dog in this fight.
Yeah, I kind of glossed over, but that also caught my eye. I was like, wait a minute. Fuck Hyde.
I don't have a dog in this fight, so I chose to be on the militaristic side. And anyway.
Yeah, no, fuck this guy.
I chose to be on the side that's actively creating a fight.
This guy absolutely is the same energy of like, listen,
Okay.
the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun, okay?
It's like, why do you think that? I don't know. Well, I don't know, but there are people smarter than me on Fox News who say it's bad. Right. But despite everything you said, it's still unclear to me why the law is so stringent against aliens.
Oh, well, it's not so much that the law is stringent against them.
What are you doing?
It's more that there's no law for them.
How do you mean?
Well, at this point, we have treaties and codes for all the races we know of, right? But we never made a treaty with aliens or anything resembling it. There's no law even acknowledging their existence.
Didn't know that. But why is that a problem?
That's easy. We have no way to regulate their presence. There has been no thorough analysis of how they can cohabitate with Earthlings. As I said, it's all very confusing. For all we know, they could be very damaging to us. So it would feel safer to keep them away, at least for now.
Safer for whom?
It is what it is. I'm not afraid of aliens myself, and going after them is not my biggest passion. But since I'm doing this job, might as well aim for a promotion. Wow!
Jesus Christ.
Anyhow, just call us at fire if you spot any aliens, alright? You seem like an honest sort, unlike some other people. Some other people who should learn to be more straightforward, if they want their business to stay in business.
It's Amanda. Ugh!
What was that?
Just the coffee machine. It seems to have restarted now. Oh, that's a relief.
Right. I think I'm still going to conduct a search of the premises. Just to be on the safe... What the heck is this?
If I'm not mistaken, this is a local cat. It's come over here once before. Looks like it might be hiding from another stray. Oops. God, I don't know what it is. It's so much easier to double tap in this game. It's very cute. Good kitty. I think it likes you.
What sort of a place is this? With your fiddly machine and your weird pets?
It's a coffee shop, you freak!
What the fuck is going on? Pulls out a gun. And now it looks like I have an emergency elsewhere. Well, I guess you're off the hook for now, you and your cafe. But make sure I don't get such reports about you anymore.
I do not control the reports! We will try our best, Mr. Agent.
Let the door hit you on the way out. Buy a drink next time, bitch.
Violently shits on his way out. Just an awful person.
Silver, you're trembling. That's all right.
Aw, poor guy.
You can come out now, I think, Amanda.
We hated that one. Well, we found this experience.
100% distasteful.
Actually, it was 40.35% distasteful, 20.834% scary, and 38.931% exciting.
I apologize. This is just nerves. We're truly sorry for this disturbance. It's not your fault at all, but should you be sticking around here, the agent might come back. No, I lured him away, at least for now. You did? Although it's a good thing the little cat came in when it did. It brought us some precious minutes.
What sort of earthling are you? Mm-hmm. We see.
Do you speak cat?
We can feel this earthling's intent better than usual. It is expressing it clearly. It wishes to rest and be left alone.
I feel all out of sorts.
Is the machine really working again?
It is indeed.
Then make us a drink, and one for Silver as well. The same one should be fine for both. Just make it hot and comforting, and what would you like, sibling?
I think I need some sweetness right now. And I would really appreciate a hot, very sweet, very comforting drink.
All right, chat. Chocolate honey honey.
Ugh.
Sip, sip, sip.
I think another problem I have with this game is that, like, a lot of the drinks are just disgusting. It's really chocolate honey honey? Alright. Yeah, I guess it's good. Spoon. It's good, Jello. Try it. Oh.
That's not hot. Yeah, they're right. Is that?
Let's see. Let me start over.
Yeah. Yeah, not to doubt you, Chad. It's just that he did want something hot, and this drink is not hot at all. So.
Well, yeah. Like, don't suggest if you don't actually know. I'm literally asking you guys to look up the answers for me. Thought it was dates. That's it? Okay. That was correct.
The answer? Okay. Yeah, sorry to doubt you. It was just kind of strange.
Yeah. Chocolate honey honey. Or tea honey honey. I mean, that's honey honey beep beep beep.
Does that make a named drink? Because that's a bit more exciting.
Yeah, let's try that.
Tea honey honey.
Boop boop beep boop boop boop. Both work? No, neither of them make a name drink. Well, this is less awful. Here you go. Plenty of sweetness in this. This tastes amazing. Thank you, Bumumo. This really is my kind of drink.
It is very thick, is it not? The viscosity of this seems to be nearing 10,000 CPS. We like how different this experience is from the drink you served us the other night. Sip, sip, sip.
I'm impressed, though, Silver. You've become quite savvy at navigating these situations, even if I'm sure you'd rather avoid them entirely. Yes,
Chat, you're very cute with the finger emojis.
Yes, I would definitely prefer to avoid them. But I need to get used to them anyway. Why? The agent doesn't know you come from outer space. Surely you should be off the hook for now. It's more complicated than that. Bumumo, you know the cafe I said I'm opening? Yes?
Oh, is it for aliens?
Well, it's not exactly like this cafe. In fact, it's not exactly a cafe at all. For the past few months, it's been a basis of operations for SAVE. SAVE? SAVE. Society for Aliens and Various Extraterrestrials. Wow. I know, it sounds very reckless. No, it sounds rather admirable. I think I underestimated you. I don't know. But you see why I've had to become savvy, as you said. I have a lot of people depending on me now. Those who are just arriving to Earth and are confused and scared. Those who have adopted Earthling appearances and are trying to blend in. Those who are learning how to understand life here, and how to understand themselves. For all of them, it's an existential matter. Not everyone is meant to be a hive mind. I know I wasn't. No offense, Amanda.
We are not offended. We have always known you were different from us. It is all the same to us. You are our sibling, whether you live as the hive or as an earthling.
Amanda, I really do love you.
What is love?
That is not a conversation I think I can have right now. I'll explain it to you tomorrow, okay? After we both have a rest.
We will remind you of it.
I know you will.
They are very cute.
I think I'm getting a little tired now. Is it alright if we go back?
Absolutely. Our energy is also 98.29% depleted.
Wow, you're about to die. God damn. Silver, is there anything we can do to help? No, I don't think so. Thank you for offering, really. But you have a different part to play in all this, and you've been playing it very well. You're very kind. Well, in that case, have a good night, the two of you. And please come again soon. You'll always be welcome here. Us and many others. We know, and we're grateful. Good night, Bumumo. I'd say good night to the cat, but I don't think it needs my wishes. I'm a fucking cat.
Good night. Good night, Bumumo.
I'm feline and asleep.
See? Now we can use good night. We find it rather odd that...
Maybe we should continue this chat while we walk.
All right.
What a night. This has been a great deal more animated than we bargained for. And I suppose we have a new four-legged friend now. Wonder what you're doing here, little one. Don't you have a home? Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to wake you up.
Meow. Meow.
Ah, well. Guess it's time for you to let me close shop. But Silver, it's an honor to be related to someone like you.
Aw.
Oh,
Blue marshmallow!
Whoa.
that's so cute.
That looks like it'd be way too sweet.
Yeah, that's so funny. I would not drink that.
I would order it just to see it and go, thank you for that. You can give this to someone else now. Hey, baby. 3 days until Raccoon City 2. Big ol' storm. Is this when we're gonna find the Banshee gal again?
Maybe. You know, I was just about to say, like, God, it's been so rainy here, like, this whole game. But I guess, in fairness, even in LA, it's been, like, cloudy for 2 weeks. But I just looked outside and it's fucking sunny. I'm so happy, because
Sunny D!
I was getting bummed out, because, like, I really like sunlight, and this is the sunniest part of the year. So, like, man. Somehow I feel like it's gonna be a long night. Day ends immediately. Amanda.
I think I could live in Seattle pretty comfortably because I fucking love rain.
I like weather that changes a lot. So anytime it's like sunny for like a month, I hate that. If it's cloudy for like 4 days in a row, I hate that. Like, I like it to be changing as much as possible.
I could live in just rain. Which would be bad because then it'd be a flood. It's always so funny to see all of them have like so many likes and then Riona's like one maybe and it's just like
Aw. I agree.
look at these fucking doofuses.
I like Bailey's. I like Bailey's a lot more than I expected from my first impression of him.
Oh!
Lua kind
Yeah,
of
he's a
tires
pretty
me.
alright dude.
Or not. Yay!
Hey!
Good evening.
Hey, Bumumo. How are you? Not too shabby, I hope.
Everything's just fine.
You sure?
Positive. How about you, sir? How's work?
And my shift is over, so I'm free now.
Nice. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was just here the other day.
Ah, that's right. Thanks for giving him the key card back. By the way, good call. You saved me $100.
God. Not a problem. Wait, what?
A replacement key would have cost me at least that much.
Bro, I chronically lost my ID card in college. Like, and you needed to get into like every building. And I just could not hold on to it. And like, I've never had that problem with any other card. Like, I've never lost a credit card, never lost my license, never anything else. Just that fucking card. And I think I went through 20 of them.
Jesus!
And they're
Oh
20.
my god.
Because what would happen is, I'd like leave someone.
I'd eat them.
I'd leave one somewhere and then be like, hey, anyone at improv practice, did you see my ID or pick it up? Is anyone still there? And people would be like, no. And then like a week later, someone would be like, oh, Blaber, I picked up your ID after improv practice. I'm like, why didn't you fucking tell me? Because I got it and I had to get a new one and pay for it. And that means that the old one doesn't work anymore and I'm out $20. Ugh. Happened constantly.
With the fines and everything.
Oh, pricey. Glad Mr. Hyde was around to help then.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd be in Seattle, to be honest.
Oh? But didn't you call him for his spare key? Oop.
I did.
So...
Let's just say I had a hunch. There's a pattern to his visits, even if he isn't aware of it. He'll fly here whenever he gets tired of something. Could be about work, life, or simply because he's bored, like with LA. Like with LA recently, or so he says.
I see. Never knew he liked Seattle that much.
Or there's something that keeps him coming back here.
I wonder what it is.
Really? What is it?
Take a guess.
Huh. Well, if I have to guess... Maybe you?
Me?
So, thanks for the $5. Hey, Jello, just wanted to say you've been a huge inspiration for me. Thanks for being such a cool guy. Thank you, that's nice to hear. I'm just gonna remind this, like, not to sound callous, but just to remind you guys, if you want to throw money, Patreon's pinned at the top of the thing, and then you get something for your money. You get a bunch of, like, audio, and a bunch of extra stuff.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for the super... I don't know, I just feel bad, because, like, it doesn't give you anything in return.
People like leaving tips, Jello.
Well, they can do that on Patreon, and then...
Not a
So
tip
here's-
then. It's not a tip then, it's paying for something. Just smile and say thank you. Thank you, Chatter.
Well, here's a tip. No, thank you very much. It's very sweet.
Me?
I mean, two of you are very close. And good bonds are hard to come by these days.
I see. Well, he's not someone who's big on attachments. Or so he claims.
Is that right?
Who knows? Maybe that's changing. Because the answer is more or less your coffee shop here.
Really?
There aren't a lot of places with a good crowd and a warm atmosphere. With an excellent host to boot. And as you just said, good bonds are hard to come by. What's not to like?
It would truly be an honor if he felt that way. Did he tell you the reason for his visit?
Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least that's the plan.
Yeah, what a nice surprise.
He told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is.
You're already a hot drink, Gala. On that note, I am so ready to take your order.
Oh, much obliged, but...
Jesus.
So, Hendry told me about the Indonesian ginger drink. It has milk, honey, and a couple other stuff in that. I think it's called STMJ. I'll have a cup of that.
I'm just waiting.
Hey, Chad. How you doing?
Milk,
ginger,
ginger.
honey.
Milk, ginger, honey.
Baru.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you, chat.
Oh, the egg drink, yeah. Hey, Jello, can you plug your book for me? Yeah, you can get Prison of Plastic's audiobook on Sound Booth Theater. It's really good. I need to remember to, like, actually pay to see if I can get it nominated for some audiobook awards, because, like, genuinely, I think it's really well done.
Plug your book. Is there a leak?
And you can get the book on my Patreon if you just want a PDF, though I might hold off on that. I actually just finished giving notes on one version of the final PDF that's going to be for the print version coming out sometime in autumn.
Ooh.
Some of the notes were pretty stupid. I was complaining to Will about it right before the... Like,
Yeah.
Like, there's an image that literally says, like, the end on it. It's, like, very final, and they just, like, put it at the start of a chapter. I'm like, obviously no. Obviously wrong. Anyway. One nutritious drink from the archipelago coming up.
Thanks a lot. So, what's in it again?
It's a hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. The drink's name itself is the ingredients. Susu, Talor, Madu, Jahe, milk, egg, honey, and ginger.
No wonder it somewhat reminds me of eggnog. Albeit spicier and not as rich. But I can see why Hendry likes it.
It's a great stamina drink. He probably needs it to keep up with Rachel's work.
You're probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometime. What do you think?
That would be lovely.
Then consider it done.
That's kind of cute that they're friends.
You know what? I don't think Hyde will show up tonight.
Oh, why is that?
When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed. And it's not exactly great outside either.
Thought he liked this kind of weather.
Him? Yes. His car? Not so much. That thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm.
Now that you mention it, you may be right.
I used to drive him in that car back in the day. Did he ever tell you how old it is?
Yep, gave me the whole backstory of it.
Oh. I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it at all.
Well, the car clearly holds special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it, which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here.
What do you mean?
He lived here before, right?
Yeah.
And he kept bringing up the past, too.
Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia?
I was gonna say homesickness, but I realized that makes no sense.
I get what you're trying to say, though. It's the strange longing for times gone by. Considering how fast things are changing these days. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really.
Gala X Germa, best ship. What is?
Live long enough, you realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you, decay. Just stuff we have to deal with indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you'd think we get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely, anyway.
It's weird that werewolves have a long lifespan. Like, that doesn't really make any sense.
One full moon is one day.
Jesus!
Yep, gonna be here a while. Imagine if he was like, yeah, one full moon is 1 month.
Wait, doesn't that mean...
Oh no!
He just dissolves into a skeleton! I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself.
That sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. You get used to these after a while, huh?
Pretty much.
Oh, hey there. We meet again.
Yes, hello.
Yay, I'm so happy she's back. She's so cute.
Yeah, I thought she'd come by today since the
The storm.
No, I was gonna say since on the Tomoda chill she said I'm not available for night shifts this evening.
Foreshadowing.
I noticed that.
Excuse me for a moment.
Got it. Welcome, Miss Riona.
Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone.
Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way?
My car? Oh, you mean the tire. There's really no need for concern as it was an easy fix. But thank you for asking.
My pleasure.
May I order a cup of Russian tea?
No. No, of course not.
Get out.
$50 says it's silver? Bro, I hope. Silver would treat her right.
Is she Pearl?
Oh, that'd be cute.
I remember Myrtle ordered the Russian tea once, right?
Yes? Yes, this looks familiar.
Yeah.
That looks really nice.
Yeah, this is what I would order so far. Russian tea for the lady Russian to deliver.
Shut the fuck up. That's a good one. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, who are you meeting with, if I may ask?
You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info.
Oh, that's right. So you two did end up connecting after all.
We did, yes. But truth be told, I wasn't really sure about contacting him at all.
Why is that?
Because as far as I'm concerned, there was no real reason for me to do so. Nevertheless, I sent him an email the following night, right after the completion of my final delivery at 3 a.m.
That's pretty late.
A little, but surely no worse than forgetting it altogether. But he replied straight away, to my surprise.
I had no idea he was such a night owl. Or perhaps just an extremely early bird. Will leans in. Yeah, it's technically not night.
I didn't want to say anything, but it's kind of early.
Someone, God, like Aloha casually was like, good morning or whatever. Like, not even to like make a joke of it. And all of chat was like, shut up, William T.
I have a brand!
They all hate me for it.
It's called accuracy, idiot!
I wonder if he ever sleeps.
That should be a question for you too, miss.
Oops. Anyway, he answered me with an apology. He regretted his rudeness from when we first met, which was another surprise since I didn't think it was a matter of such concern.
Well, he did return here the next evening looking for you.
Did he?
Yep, he said so himself.
I see. How peculiar. In any case, we exchanged phone numbers and have been texting ever since. He said that he wants to meet up and speak in person, which is why I'm here now. But I'm still not quite sure it's necessary.
I mean, maybe he just wants to chat and hang out.
Perhaps. I suppose we'll see. He's ghosting me, which is an offensive term to my people.
That's fucked up. You want me to take care of him?
Kill his ass.
On it. Yeah, so Hyde's not coming tonight. Probably for the best, given the circumstances.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he just wants to take it easy tonight.
Understandable. My apologies for these surges. I was hoping it'd become more stable as the days go by, but...
No need to apologize for something out of your control.
That's right. You tried everything you could.
I know. Thank you for your understanding.
How are you doing, miss?
I didn't see. Hey there. Did you manage to resolve your issues with children?
What the hell's she talking about, Big Mama? Sorry?
Oh, I mean the hospital administration admission problem from the other day.
Oh, that. For a minute there, I thought I had a beef with kids I was unaware of.
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
No worries, that was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better?
Yes. Well, I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago.
We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it.
Girl, I literally ripped in here in a fury once. You're good.
Thank you.
While we're on the topic, I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Would you mind pointing out where you believe the incident took place?
Sure. It was quite near the police station, actually, at a metered spot just outside the now defunct library.
Oh, the vacant building at Bourne intersection?
Yes, that's correct.
I see. So it was originally a library.
You know the area?
I know of the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now.
Hyde's buying it for his new house.
But it's a heritage building, so I often wondered why nothing's been being done with it. Since it's located in a very populated, culture-centric neighborhood.
That's true. There's even an art college nearby.
Right? Then again, I've always found the street a bit odd.
Odd how?
It's just barren, especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way.
Feel? Don't you mean remember?
Nope, exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it?
That is odd. It's because I've been time hopping and I destroyed the library.
Well, there used to be a flea market there, a long, long time ago. Perhaps that is what you were recalling?
The flea market, huh?
Flea markets and I don't get along so well. Scratches at his beard.
The last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh, wait. There was a single dead tree, surrounded by strange trinkets.
A dead tree, huh?
No idea why I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. It's been there forever too, as far as I know.
That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us, drivers. And the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrances of sorts.
Remembrances? Hold on, I'm just gonna recap a bit here, okay?
What? Sure.
Your car was vandalized near a metered parking lot in front of an abandoned library on a seemingly deserted street within a busy area that has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for some reason.
Sounds about right. Except the tree is no longer there.
Oh?
Are you serious, Pops?
Why wouldn't I be?
That is crazy!
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, everyone! Oh, boy. I thought I'd be early, but you're already here, lady!
Hello.
Bumumo, for the love of all things holy, tell me my lighter is here.
Well, you're in luck because it is.
Hot damn, thank goodness.
Would you like me to get it for you now?
No, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here.
I can hand it to you. I can
Nope.
watch you put it in your pocket, Georgie.
Nope. No, I can wait. Don't worry, I won't forget. Just bring it with my drink later.
Sure. Let me know when you're ready to order.
Cheers. Well. What's up, y'all?
4 people. It's a banner night for Bumumo.
What's new? Evening, officer.
We were just talking about the spot where Miss Riona's car may have been vandalized.
Oh?
They got your car too, lady?
Yes, but it's not a big issue.
Still, sorry you had to experience that. Where did you park your car, miss?
I can send you the coordinates if you'd like.
That'd be real swell.
Go fuck yourself. Got it.
Fair enough. Got it.
Okay.
Oh,
Is it within the area you expected, or?
pretty much. The same location where I parked mine a week ago.
I see.
You can rest assured, we already increased patrols in that area.
Guys, stop parking in the cursed spot. That's great.
But I'm the only one doing it at the moment.
That sucks.
What's that? Am I hearing you out of all people doubting my skill, Bumumo?
No, of course not. I just thought it means an unfortunate increase to your workload.
Well, them's the breaks, I suppose.
How walkable
Anyway.
is Seattle? It's fairly walkable according to Aram. You can get by without a car. They've got good public transport.
Anyway, give me your strongest espresso, Bumumo, and don't forget my lighter.
Coffee, coffee.
Coffee, coffee, coffee.
Coffee.
Hibiscus ginger honey? Are you serious? Am I supposed to give him something random? Milk.
Okay.
Yeah, he asked for espresso.
No, coffee times 3. Okay, that's what I thought.
Well, hold on. They said no coffee times 3, so it should be something else.
Milk.
What about Maluk?
Milk?
Oh, baby
just-
Maluk.
Oh, there it is. Thanks, Mamuho. You probably think I'm being silly. But what can I say? It's my lucky charm.
Silly thing is you keep fucking leaving it here, you idiot.
Yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know.
There's a ghost sitting 2 feet from you.
Yeah,
I know.
I know. I know what crazy shit's going on in this town.
There it is. Aw.
Don't you have anything of the sort? Well, I have a good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this thing with me, things happen.
Right. Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house.
Cheers. Ah, perfect as always.
Are you ready to order?
Might as well. I like something desserty because it's my cheat day.
Sure thing. Any specifics in mind?
Well, I saw this video. I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick. I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name also reminded me of a song, but for some reason I can't remember the title right now.
You know, that sounds oddly familiar.
For real? Then I'll have that thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot spicy kick to it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this
Chocolate
is
milk
the
ginger.
this is the churro drink I was talking about. Spanish Sahara.
Oh.
That's not the name they call it, but here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you.
Oh, so that's what it's called?
That's what we call it here, at least. Oops.
Very cool. Bon appetit.
Gross!
Chokes on the churro.
I think this is it. Very tasty.
Bro, you gotta start eating some fucking food.
No.
Thanks, Bulumo.
Why does this game have Spanish hot chocolate with ginger? Yeah, I don't know. That's not a thing. Like, I know what drink he's talking about, but like, whatever. Also, like, it's strange that it's ginger. You think it'd be cinnamon if they're gonna put a churro in it.
No.
Didn't I talk about this before? I did. I don't know. Man. You're so welcome. You're so welcome.
So, Pops. Just earlier, you were telling me something about creepy patrolling experience, right? Jesus Christ.
Someone says limitations in the ingredients, I suppose. I kind of don't understand why they didn't, like, generify the ingredients. Like, instead of cinnamon, it's just, like, spices. And it's, like, cinnamon and a bottle of anise and, like, you know, just together.
In a bottle of what?
Something. Alright.
Was it in the same location where the lady's car was?
Creepy patrolling experience?
Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it, because maybe it's just a tad too spooky, even for me. What happened?
Pops?
It's not that big a deal, honestly.
And all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something.
You've got a point there.
I just googled Spanish Sahara and it doesn't exist. Yeah, it's got its... You know what? This is bugging me. What is its name? Thick Spanish hot chocolate. It's...
Okay. Whew. Start of that sentence.
Thick Spanish? I swear to God it has its own name. I think it starts with a C. Oh, it's really gonna bother me. Nope, can't find it. What are they called?
Chocolate caliente? Some
No,
people are
that
saying?
just means hot chocolate.
Oh, shows what I know.
Champorado, that's pretty close. Oh well. I swear it has a name, but... Champorado? Yeah, that's the only one that came up. That's not the one I remember. I must be thinking of something else. Oh well. Yep.
Well, I've been patrolling there the past few nights. The street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about a half-a-mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there either. A concrete sidewalk with metered parking spots. A fence here and there. And an unfinished construction site with a couple of CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree?
There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library.
Huh? Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January. The commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look. So when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it. I see. Why? What's that?
We were all actually talking about it earlier, and being a decades-old landmark aside, could there be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? It sounds like a car accident remembrance site to me,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
You think so?
Well, that's what I think after listening to Miss Riona.
I don't know shit. Are you expecting something from me, Bumumo?
Huh?
Oh, no, I'm sorry if I crossed a line. You just seem to know a lot about it, and I don't want to mix up the facts.
I understand. But I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind.
I kind of like that her fingers look like a rib cage.
Oh, yeah.
Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there, huh? So anyway, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 to 5 cars would park there overnight at most, which makes keeping track a breeze.
Sounds ideal enough.
As expected, though, nothing happened the first 2 nights. But yesterday was a different story.
Ah!
Hold on.
I could kill you.
What a stage setup, huh? Where's my lighter?
There you go. Riona leans over to Lucas.
Now listen to me, young man. I am whispering directly into your ear right now. I need
Thank
you.
goodness.
I need you to go to GameStop and get Bambi for the PlayStation 2. And if you come back empty-handed, there will be hell to pay.
What the fuck?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry about that. Please continue.
Alrighty. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift and I found nothing was amiss.
Sorry. Was the Spanish hot chocolate called Castilian or Castilian? No, that's a region of Spain.
There were only 4 cars parked that night. 2 spaced across the street and 2 on the opposite I'm getting possessed on the other side of the corner. My plan was to leave after I walk one last round to make sure everything was okay. And a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes.
Okay.
Then, at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette. Oh, you're gonna look for a spooky song?
No, I mean, I think this is the spooky song. I just wanted to see what it was called. Alright.
Smug as I was about to clock out, thinking 'twas another night job well done. Right? Wrong, as I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, 1 across the street. All tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized tires for you, in a span of less than 10 minutes.
That is so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten just 1 tire. And that's if you're using the right tools.
Right? But that wasn't all. Oh, no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the streetlights went out, suddenly and all at once.
What?
Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. They were going they were going farther and farther away from the scene, and yet I saw nothing at all.
Are you sure?
Did the CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something, but the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it.
Jeez Louise, Pops! That's way spookier than what you told me in the car! But it's cool though.
Right? I might be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see?
But, and I wouldn't have if I had my lucky ladder.
Well, whoever they were, they sure worked fast.
God damn it.
Right? Anyway, but Mumo, I think I want another drink. All that talking is making my throat dry and coffee just ain't cutting it.
Roger that. What would you like?
What do you suggest?
Probably the cough syrup, right? How about some tea with ginger and honey?
Sounds good. Oh shit, that's me. Can you use the red flower stuff you have on as a base?
You mean hibiscus? Definitely.
Okay, then I'd like red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey.
One piping hot? Oh god, I don't fucking know. Tejihi Rasala for you. Rosea? I don't
Ooh.
know.
What does it mean?
Oh, fuck. Oh, okay, it's the same language as before. Jahe means tea, means ginger, Te means tea, and Rosella is Roselle, another name for hibiscus.
I see, a legit herbal drink. Spicy, but perfect for the weather. Good call, Pamumo. Yeah, good call, Pamumo.
I'm happy to please.
If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops. Cause I'm not scared of ghosts.
I don't believe you.
Real beings scare me more.
Wait a sec, kid, what do you mean by ghosts, huh? Jumping the gun a little there, ain't you?
I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that.
This is a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. Interesting.
Lucas had a start. Okay.
Sorry.
Hang on. Is this a settings button? This is starting to piss me off. Let's just have it like this.
Oh, yeah. Then you can just click it and boom, bada bang.
I changed it to fast in the last game, and I didn't have this double tap problem.
You know something? No, not me. But she might.
Right, the tree, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought.
I'm not sure if this can be any use at all, but... Officer, are you aware of the story behind that tree?
Huh?
I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around it. What do you mean by that, miss?
Well, it's because someone passed away there.
What?
Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on that street, correct?
Right.
They called it the Fairy Market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being the government's term for unregistered citizens, including all the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that.
Huh.
I remember learning about that. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out. Organizing equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace, but it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough.
Was all that before the Vindication Act?
Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in an administrative limbo, fuck.
What? That's as good as, like, not existing at all.
Really, that's horrible.
It was the main reason why the Fairy Market was created in the first place, to ensure transient survival throughout the changing times, in more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore the start of Fairy Week would be marked by flowers strewn about the intersection, so Just so people would notice and come and take a look.
Sounds kinda too low-key, no?
No, what are you talking about?
Because it was illegal, silly.
Oh.
And that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started spending more, becoming reckless, while the laws were still shaky at best. Then a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there. And the only evidence left of the crime was that tree, standing where there was no tree before.
Wait a second, what? Why did I never hear about it?
How long ago was this?
The accident occurred in 1959, but the market itself was forcefully disbanded in 1961.
Happened before I was born, huh? Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget.
Huh?
We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still quite scarce, and I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual.
Oh.
Correct. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, as well as the vendor being a transient with no legal ID or paper trail.
So wait, they were the tree.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case.
But there was a body, wasn't it? Just not the one people might expect.
You mean the tree?
Right? When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that.
You don't?
No, we simply disappear.
So, if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet.
That song.
That's fucked up.
That's really fucked.
The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes. And that's messed up.
Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa. I'm boiling.
I'll take a further look into this, miss. But I have a question for you.
Yes?
You think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal?
I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I better get going then. It's almost time for my shift.
Okay, officer.
Break a leg, Pops.
I'd rather not. Stay safe.
I'd rather not.
I like to
Highway
live on
to the danger zone.
I won't be in any danger. Where's my lighter? Oh, a bus!
Still a lactose intolerant cop.
Thanks, man. Will do. I'll keep you all posted.
Wow, I'm super excited.
I better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I want to confirm, though, if you don't mind, miss.
Yes?
It's about the fairies passing and how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not.
Unfortunately. This is why there used to be memorabilia around that area. These were efforts by those who remembered, to preserve the memory.
But it wasn't enough, was it? Else, we'd still have the tree.
Fuck.
Whoa. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? It is quite scary to think about.
For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So, no need to feel bad about it.
Is that so? Oh, I didn't get your name, by the way. I'm Gala.
Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir.
Lucas, eh? Sounds familiar for some reason.
It's a pretty normal name, my guy.
That's it. It's common.
We gave him his fidget spinner.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, I'm kind of a big deal online, you know?
I remember now. That toy from the other day had his name on it, right, Bamumo?
Right.
A toy? You mean the business card I gave you?
Yes, that.
I see now. Somehow you gave it to him instead.
I did, I'm sorry.
Let me be the one to apologize for that.
I love fidget spinners. I eat them.
Bamumo gave it to me because I was having a small trouble at work.
Yeah? Was it helpful in any way? I mean, it's pretty good at easing up anxiety and such.
I thought the children would like it, but apparently for them it's a little passé.
What?
Children nowadays mature really fast.
They sure know their trends early.
That is true. It's just how things are. It's just how things are, for now and in the future. Gotta keep up with the world, as you'll get left behind.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the idea of having toys around the office for the kids. I'll make sure to have more up-to-date stuff for them.
Yeah, glad I could help.
Well then, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Riona.
Thank you.
See you around.
Bye, Babumo.
Take care.
I don't know, I think if the kids are young enough, they're not gonna fucking care. It's a fidget spinner. They're fun. You okay? It's getting real late. I still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat?
We don't sell food here.
You don't? When are your places always empty?
You should sell some food, Bumumo. Well,
Just kidding, Bumumu. Don't hate me, please.
I feel so bad for Lucas, honestly.
Yeah. Well, do you want another drink, maybe?
I wouldn't mind one.
Nice. What do you feel like having?
Something without milk, with a fresh feeling and some brightness to it. I'm also quite partial to the blue PT.
Oh. Okay, I'll order something for you, may I?
Sure.
Bumumo, could you try this mix? I saw this pretty drink in a video and it looked perfect for Our Lady.
Yep, what is it?
It had blue pea as a base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon.
That sounds fucking delicious.
Yum. Is it pretty? Is it pretty?
Yeah. Yeah, that looks great.
It's pretty.
Here you go, miss. From the man sitting right beside you.
It looks nice. Very pretty. I hate it. I like it. Thank you.
I'm glad you do. Wow, Bumumo, it looks exactly like what I envisioned. You're a G.
You're so white. I'm happy you both enjoyed it.
But man, that whole case earlier, though, was a lot to take in. Also, about the whole forgetting thing, that really gave me chills.
Why?
Don't you feel scared? Of just disappearing in the end? Because I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you, too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way. The traditional way.
Oh, care to compare notes? Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself.
Oh, huh. Now that's what you call a huge pressure. Before that, though, can I ask a teeny tiny question?
Go ahead.
What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea on why you're choosing the hard way, but why a soprano in the first place?
Because it's been done before.
Pardon?
Because there was already a banshee who did it before. So I know it's not impossible.
Oh, for real?
Her part was that of a
What, sorbet aria? I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorbet Aria, and she was not very well known.
What is a sorbet aria?
Oh, I mean she was a secondary character. Back in the early 19th century opera, sorbet arias would be sung towards the end of the second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use the time to offer their wares for the last time to the patrons, often desserts, hence sorbet aria.
Oh, I see.
Like background singing at the end of a show or something?
Yes, things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was a funny epilogue to the opera, but hearing a banshee sing such a playful and light-hearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me.
Oh man, I bet it was.
Sadly, I couldn't find any of her other works, but it always stuck with me nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying on my own.
It's really cool, and brave of you to do so.
I agree.
I have never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing.
Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you, and wishing to leave a mark on this world.
Is that what you think?
Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that has been traveled before. And that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us.
You're just being careful yet courageous.
Right, because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody's going to remember us? Right, Bumumo?
No comment.
No.
Why do you want to be remembered so much?
Why wouldn't you?
Us banshees see the end differently than most. So, care to enlighten me?
I can't speak for anyone else, but I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see. Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all my siblings, even if I wanted to, because they're everywhere, thanks to my dad.
Oh.
We weren't wealthy, though. Not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us, for real. But sometimes Dad would drop by to give us some money. No, it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple months. Then he'd just leave again, and a couple days later...
Are you the eldest?
Nope. But my older bros had already moved out by the time I hit high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died.
Oh.
Which is where my mom and siblings live now.
Sorry to hear about your father.
No, it's fine. I mean, yeah, it was weird to receive the news of his death from an attorney, knowing he passed away by himself, and how it took them a week to find out. Natural causes, by the way, so... I mean, how did he check out with absolutely no one knowing? Where were my other siblings? What happened to his ladies? It was just so crazy to me. And I guess it just kind of haunted me.
Haunted how?
My life growing up was filled with disappointment over him, you know? I mean it in the best way possible. My disappointment actually drove me to work hard for my family. I just vilified him in my mind, like shaking my mental fit.
Whoa.
Gonna do so much better than you, sir! And all that.
I see.
But then I received the news that he left me the house. Like, I know he had no money. That house is probably one of the only assets he had left. So, he gave me the house in his will. All I could think about was, what went through his mind exactly?
The fact that he had a will at all was probably already a surprise for you.
Exactly! What am I supposed to think of that? What am I supposed to think of him? And does it even matter anymore? When he's already long gone? Anyway, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted to sell the house and divide the earnings.
Wanting a slice of the inheritance pie, huh?
You didn't do that, right?
Heck no! That's why I left for LA. So if they really want me to sell the house, they have to chase after me.
Good call.
Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team.
That's a relief.
But that was also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family's bills. Of course, so I could stay alive as well. That was why I ended up having to join the production house.
The production house.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. I was young and naive too, you know, because it was my first time venturing to another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know better how predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even going to be an entertaining story.
If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it.
No, it's not like that. I just really, really don't like that production house. But I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, we were all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos. So naturally, there was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be all around helpful turned me into the butt of the joke all the time. That didn't discourage me all that much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there. I'm not gonna lie. Still. But what ended up destroying my willpower was actually something real close, you know? Myself.
What do you mean by that?
Well, in a house where everyone wants to be the main character, each of us would need a solid, distinct persona, yeah? Eventually I was assigned one too, which was supposed to be a good thing, but they wanted me to be the worst version of what I am, essentially. With heavy emphasis on what. I had a lot of nicknames too, like, "Hey ya baby goat! What are you up to now, satyr boy? Here comes the party goatee! Mr. Excess! You gonna go fishing again tonight or what?"
Fishing?
We had to go out and try to hit on people. And we weren't allowed to come home unless we failed spectacularly or scored.
Oh.
I always tried to be the punchline, though. Because there were always more views when something ended badly. But it was still the worst, because I really had to act it all out, you know? Bothering people for pretend dates, be sort of a dumb jerk just for jokes. Just so it all looked fun for the camera. Even if scripted, I never really liked doing it, honestly. Because in the end, all of it just reminded myself of my dad, you know? And I kept thinking, does the apple never fall far from the tree after all? So yeah, the whole thing just really sucked.
You had it difficult.
Yeah? Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked. In the end.
No disagreement there.
Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about.
It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening.
I just don't want to take up more of your time. So, can I ask you a direct question?
Sure.
Great. Would you be interested in guest starring on my new show?
Huh?
I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. I kind of forced my thoughts on you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was anything but.
But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked hard for it.
Yet I almost ended up losing sight of why I'd been doing all this in the first place. I went with the flow, made excuses a lot, all to justify the gain, but to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's going to be a small production thing. It'll be paid, I swear. And not with exposure either. Though it won't be much at first, because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so...
Wait. This is a bit sudden, don't you think?
No pressure, though.
How does the show work?
Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet, but ideally, it will have, like, an interview at first, and then I'll record your singing. I'll bring all the gear. I will also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do.
Oh, he couldn't convince his crew to do it, so he has to do it himself.
Oh.
But I did start my vlogging journey on my own too. So I can bet you the result will still be quality.
Your show will tank if I'm the first guest. You realize that, right?
If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you.
I'm flattered. But no, thank you.
Okay,
Thanks for considering me, though.
thanks for giving it a thought. Looks like I have to go.
Okay.
It's nothing to do with what you said, okay? Just bad timing.
Yes, I get it.
Cool. I hope we can meet again like this. If you want to,
Maybe.
I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Bumumo. Sorry if I bored you.
No, truly, it was my pleasure.
Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around?
Safe trip.
Alrighty. See you, Bumumo.
Come again soon.
I'm Freya.
Oh, poor kid.
I think tonight was the most I've talked in the past 2 years.
Oh,
She feels like an Aram Pain NPC.
yeah.
I'm quite glad to hear that.
Thank you, Bumumo,
For what?
for being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest to get along with.
It's always a pleasure having you and everyone around.
Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink.
Where can I see Aram Pain? You can't. It's ours.
Sorry, gang.
But I'll see you again soon.
And we'll be waiting, always. Safe trip, Miss Riona. And have a good night. I wonder if the reason Bumumo uses the royal we for his... I think I'm done for the night. I hope everything will work out for everyone. I wonder if the reason, at least in part, Bumumo uses the royal we for him and his coffee shop is because he has hive mind DNA.
Yeah.
I thought of that. It's not a bad theory.
Also, what's Aram Pain? We have a D&D game that Aram runs for us and has been running for like, what, nearly a decade?
9 years, yeah.
Yeah, 9 years. And it's very, very good, but we don't stream it at all. It's just our little game behind the scenes.
I'm gonna run to the washroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
World Golem culture. Hell yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's so
I-
many notifications.
I think Lucas is the best written character in both of these games so far.
Oh,
And, like-
okay.
Yeah, not just for that like big monologue, like I don't know. He's a really good portrait of like, how do I phrase this? He's a really good portrait of a modern content creator who's dealing with a lot of like low tier like mental illness issues and self-worth issues, and
Yeah.
I don't know, like immediately I was like, oh, I know you. I know this kid. This
Oh,
is such
no.
a nice kid, and he is on all the time because he has to be. This poor kid. Which is why when Chad at first was like, man, I miss Freya, fuck Lucas. I was like, oh, he's alright, leave him alone.
I mean, I miss Freya because I like playing her.
Yeah,
but-
Freya's good. I'm sure she'll be back by the end of the game. Oh my goodness!
What? That's Jello!
Hey, they have a golem!
Hey!
Guxy!
Normal schedule.
Ooh.
Yeah?
You hovered over it and then bailed.
I just think it's weird. I just think it's weird to like all of someone's posts regardless of what's in them.
She's trying. She's informative.
If, I don't know. Normal schedule. Oh no, Lucas! I really like Lucas.
Poor guy.
I'm back.
Hi.
Welcome back.
I was just saying to Will, I think Lucas is the best written character in like either of these games so far.
Really?
I think he's really well done. His portraits add a lot too. Like they really paint his anxiety in a way that I think is a little less immediately obvious than all the other characters. I don't know. I really like Lucas. I think he's
I like
good.
him too.
Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up, and the weather's keeping quiet. Looks like a good night to listen to some stories.
It doesn't surprise me that he hits you specifically, though, since you kind of know what that lifestyle is like.
I know too many people who have been affected by the things that Lucas is affected by, and I think he's a really, like, how do I phrase this? I don't think this game is ham-fisted with any of its, like, allegories or whatever, like the immigration stuff, but I feel like Lucas is being done in a way that feels more specific, like, Lucas feels like a specific story being told about a modern issue, whereas where they're like, this is the specific character I want to talk about that touches on this level of media perception in like new media and socials and stuff, whereas the other stuff is a little closer to like, I want to tell a story about this. And that's not a bad thing, but I don't know, Lucas feels like they talked to someone before they wrote him. Does that make sense? And I like it.
It feels more personal. Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Gala. Nice to see you two. How'd it go at the hospital today?
Well, it was fine, except I was a little exhausted.
My wrists really hurt from last night. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again?
No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starter, my Fury's giving me a hard time.
Your Fury? Is it the full moon already?
Nope, but I sometimes get pre-Fury symptoms.
Pre-Fury symptoms.
Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for Fury. And that changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask. But it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels, and give us headaches and a lot of other stuff.
Gala, I fucking feel you, dude. I also get exhausted before my Fury.
Small, but annoying.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual. And a bit crankier as well.
Is there a drink that could help you with that?
I never found one, but if anyone can come up with it, it's you, Babumo.
Since a Galahad can soothe your fury, maybe it would work pre-fury as well?
Maybe. But I think it'd need to be more relaxing. Like a Galahad, but with no caffeine. Maybe blue?
God, I love being relaxed with blue.
Something blue.
Becky.
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 Oh, it has a little wolf on it.
There you go, a Galatea for you.
Do you come up with these names on the spot, Bamumo?
Ah, no, it takes a bit of soul searching to tailor it to the situation and so on.
That almost makes it sound like you know I'm in advance what we're going to order.
Call it a sixth sense.
Right. Let's see how your sixth sense tastes.
Gross.
Wow, this is excellent. Exactly what I needed.
There's something very cute imagining this barista, like, up in his little tea workshop, furiously thinking about, like, all of his customers and what would be best for them, and then time traveling to get them
Yeah.
to at the right time.
I love that he has all the time in the world to come up with the drink names, and so many of them suck ass. Like, I imagine it's because, like, because obviously he's not going to know their reaction until the first time, and I imagine instead of being like, okay, that worked, let me reset and think of a name, instead he's just like, great, that worked, I'll just continue with this timeline. What's it called? Spaghetti. Shit. Well, that's what it's called now. Fuck.
I think most of the names are pretty cute.
They're better in this game. In the last one, I remember going like, man, come on. A couple times.
Yeah.
And they actively made fun of him for the names, so I think that's on purpose. What's with the long looks, you two? Did something happen?
Actually, Bamumo, guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help.
My help?
Come on, it wasn't that bad.
No?
Oh, I wasn't
was-
that bad.
No? I was so tired today I nearly fell asleep on the job. But most importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this, and I'm getting worried.
There's nothing to worry about.
You say that, but then you spend entire nights looking miserable. No advice I come up with is good enough. And Hyde, I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when Fury's about to hit.
I take it you ended up chatting yesterday after all.
You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one, lying on the sofa staring at the ceiling, looking so gloomy it sucked the color out of the room. And it's not the first time either. It's a constant these days. Please help me help him, Bamumo. I'm at my wit's end.
You two just have to bone. Bone?
Bone!
Mr. Hyde.
Fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Or I would be if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old, and I've never been this bored in my entire life.
Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older.
40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying how old that is in other species' years.
Eyes on the prize, Bamumo. Intervention first, gossip later.
My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde?
My job.
What was that?
My job!
Hey, no need to shout.
Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs. But modeling stopped being fun ages ago.
You did mention something like that last time. You are trying to leave modeling behind then.
Yes.
Is there a specific reason for that?
It's all just so brief. Back when I started modeling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while. So they had to be elegant, well-made, and versatile. Some campaigns that I featured in stayed on billboards for months. And I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with their wearers.
Lean into the mic a little more.
I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories. But then social media came, and it all became disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign, the brand posts it online, and it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in and everything's forgotten. Blink, and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there.
Isn't that changing these days, though? With slow fashion and the like?
That's true, and people are getting into vintage clothes too. I salute that. But the reality of my job...
What about your fans?
Sorry, Discord... Every, like, 50 lines, Discord just completely eats you randomly, yeah.
I've been getting like stutters and freezes. Here, let me just leave and rejoin.
Okay.
Who is that pretty girl?
Oh. Do.
You've so many people following you.
Uh-oh. I didn't realize she wasn't back yet.
Lamau Discord crashed. She just posted in the YouTube chat.
Ah.
Hi.
Hey.
Welcome back.
I pass you my curse.
Well, hopefully that fixed it.
Yeah.
You mentioned that last night, and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond.
So, are you saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark?
Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remembered. That became a part of their lives in a that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do know that you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who always remember you?
It's not the same thing.
Okay. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference.
No, thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts. Did you mistake me for a hard-working vampire?
Do you see what I'm dealing with, Bamumo?
It does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, that sounds good. Just make me something I like. Anything you've seen me enjoy recently or when we first met.
Oh, honey, I've never seen you enjoy anything.
That's
you
not...
like Zolo.
Oh,
know.
from One Piece?
Or
Oh.
Zobo.
Zobo. Yo ho ho took a bite of gum.
Gumbum?
I don't know.
When you have a lot of cellulite. Here you go, Mr. Hyde. You seem to like this well enough.
Nice, Bamumo. And you lost your bet, Hyde.
I bet.
When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him, and I bet you could remember what he liked, even if he gave you no instructions. So now I get to say that I was right, and Hyde gets to buy me dinner at a place of my choosing.
You're going to pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you?
You know it.
Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Gala?
Let's see. You say it, Hyde.
He's won every single one of the bets we've ever made.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food.
Just rub it in my face, why don't you?
Oh, good. You.
Oh, hi everyone.
I'm not in the mood to dump on you today.
Hey, Lua.
Hi, Lua.
Busy night, I see.
Hi, Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it.
That's good. And I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I wanted to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. But we ended up fighting with Bailey's instead. Shut up, phone. You must be getting bored of our arguments.
Stop calling me phone.
It's alright. They're kind of fun to watch.
I like to see people suffering more than me.
are things with you two, by the way?
Just let me order before I answer. If that's alright, Bumumo.
When Gala asks you a question, you will answer him immediately, young lady. Of course, what would you like?
I spent the whole day talking in meetings and presentations, so I have a bit of a sore throat. Is there anything you'd recommend for that?
You could
Lemon,
stop talking.
bitch.
Definitely something with lemon and honey.
Sounds great. I'd love a lemon and honey drink then, please.
Okay. There you go. Some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery.
Thanks, Dr. Bumumo. This is truly lovely. Just what I needed.
That's great to hear.
My company's trying to get a big contract, so I've been organizing meetings with everyone, making sure it's all going according to plan.
That sounds pretty tough.
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making, and part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gala, you've probably gathered that Bay and I have been fighting.
Yeah, are you doing something fucking stupid again?
Yeah. Yeah, and I told me a little bit about it too.
Right. Well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days. Honestly, it's done me a lot of good. The thing is, I know Bay means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like, and I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me. But I get annoyed instead. And then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed, which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know.
Well, it'd be easier if we always acted rationally.
So do that.
If we only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons. But things aren't that simple, are they?
That's true.
Although, no, it's fine, Bumumo.
Although, hang on. What do I say? Mom!
Mom. Bumumo's mom, Bumumom.
Bumamo.
Bumamu.
Zup? Sure.
Oh, that that gets a like.
It means less when
I-
there's already thousands of likes on it.
Although, I guess if you figured out that actually annoys you, it would help. But what actually annoys you?
That's the problem, I'm not sure. At first, I thought I was tired and worried. The decision making at my job is taking a toll for sure. It's just a bit hard for me to also deal with organizing things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Bay to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that, though. But I'm realizing that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. And I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bay. But planning it? I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. There are always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns and they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. And I used to look at that and think, this is great. This is what I want. But now it all feels more and more off to me. Why don't you tell your fiancé that?
Holy shit.
You want me to communicate with my partner? I don't understand.
What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget? That's up to how you communicate it, isn't it? Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, you all know that.
Yeah, we do.
It's supposed to be our special
Celebrate our partnership.
Oh, Discord's still chopping you up for some fucking reason. Fucking. I'm sorry.
Should we change the server for the?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but
Let's try U.S.
region on. Oh, okay. How about now?
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hi.
we'll try that for a bit.
We'll try that. Okay.
Okay.
This is supposed to be our special day, a way to celebrate our partnership.
Fucking. That's like, you all know we've been through so much, and then Will being like, yeah, immediately made me hear Gal being like, yeah, the other week, like last month you came in and were like, guys, I forgot how to wipe my ass, and I'm mad at Bailey about it, what do I do? Use, use toilet paper. Oh my gosh, I never thought about that.
Yeah, I know.
Bay wants to honor that. He'll feel awful if he thinks I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him.
I swear you and your elf are well matched. I thought he was gonna insult her.
Fair.
I went into that really ready to bite her head off. Anyway.
You always worry so much about what others think.
Someone in chat has a good prediction. Does Hyde eventually become a wedding planner? Difficult, can be fun, and leaves an impact on people.
Oh.
Can you imagine? And it's just like, I'll kill you.
Actually, Hyde would probably be a great wedding planner.
That's true.
Instead of working out your own wants and needs, you do realize that's the important bit, right?
I mean, generally, yes, I get that. But how does it apply here?
What do you think it means to honor your partnership?
To celebrate it properly, for starters?
Right. And who are you in that partnership with?
Bailey's, I forgot. No.
I forgot.
I believe you've met him, the blonde guy with the puppy eyes.
Wait, the satyr?
Yeah, wait, hang on.
His hair isn't... It's kind of brown, right?
It's brown. Am I crazy? It's brown. It's brown.
It's brown. I mean, you could say dirty blonde, I suppose, but it's
Honey,
brown.
You are delusional, girl.
He's a fucking brunette. What?
Get out of the shop.
Right. I'm glad you remember that, because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friends who got married, and the strangers who put wedding pictures online. This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers at a fast food joint, if that's what you like. That way you can also take the budget out of the equation. A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours.
I still want a pretty outfit and decent food.
Then go to Arby's.
But
The sponsor of this game.
But point well taken. It's just my family might have certain expectations.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em.
God damn. I cannot stress this enough. You will be so much happier if you just start cutting people out of your life.
Oh,
Did they openly say that?
No.
hang on, my page, not my game, but my browser crashed. I want to make a note of the time that happened because I'm trying to figure out why that's happening.
My clock says 2 hours and 37 minutes. I have my little
Yeah,
timer
I
still
wrote it
going.
down. Thank you.
Then maybe they do. Or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not saying to
Disinvite.
disinvite. Okay, I'm not saying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything.
Which is funny, because this is the second time this game's used that word. I've never seen it in my life. Uninvite is the word I am used to.
Yeah, yeah. But you shouldn't put their needs above your own.
I really shouldn't I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde.
My pleasure.
Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist.
Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couples counselor, but I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that.
Are you looking to change careers, Hyde?
Yeah, he's bored of modeling. Finds it too impermanent. Wants to leave a mark. Wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary.
Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you could make modeling fun again?
I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago.
God damn.
What happened then?
I was modeling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, looked the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup. Then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I hadn't seen one like it since the 60s.
My granddad has an old black and silver camera with 2 lenses. Was it something like that?
Yep, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light, and also because it was a slower experience. Something that would allow us to connect more. At first I didn't think much of it. It started doing the usual posing, posing some more, but something felt different, and I realized what it was. Most of the time, we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that.
Is that the usual? Or is that unusual?
Yep, most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing, and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time, and we got kind of friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposures. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then she suggested I come with her to her darkroom. Watched how she developed the pictures and how they came out.
You did always have a fondness for dark places.
I'm a vampire. Comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know, a me I could recognize. But that's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame, working each picture through the chemical baths, hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait, when she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera. And it was the first time she liked a portrait someone took of her.
I bet this is also the same lady that watched boats with him.
I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales, or to launch into soppy monologues, really.
Oh, did you not get the just forget it? Sorry.
No.
Just forget it.
No, I think it's a beautiful story. And it gives me an idea, I think, of another career for you.
Please share, Lua. You'd be doing both of us a solid.
It'd be really useful for your character to contribute something for once.
Go on then.
Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently, but apparently, film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures.
Oh, anyone who asks you to use an old-timey camera to photograph their wedding is gonna be a huge asshole to work with.
It's what you said. It captures the light beautifully. And it's a more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that.
Me?
No, the other vampire's looking for a new line of work.
I think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month. Well,
Forget about it then.
No. Don't forget about it all. It would be perfect for you.
The Fury!
It's my transformation! It'd be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental. And you love to chat people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids drama and defend the parents. And most importantly, you'd do something for these people that they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is.
You're
Man, Discord hates you tonight, Yam. I'm sorry.
You're assuming they won't get divorced.
Let's change the setting again, even though I doubt it'll make a difference. I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Lua.
It's alright. I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life.
That career in the Mafia is really looking up.
You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay?
Yeah, alright.
That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde, and good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one.
It will be. Good night, Lua.
Good night, Babumo.
See you later.
Good night, you two. Want to make
Yeah,
out,
I've been-
Hyde?
That would make an impact, wouldn't it?
Oh my god, that fucking dog.
I have a name?
I'm sorry. Here we go again. Last one sitting.
Indeed. Proper night owls.
You didn't say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right?
That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. It sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you do like being around other people, don't you?
I do sometimes, but I'm not a romantic. People get married, they think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way, and then next thing you know... I don't want to sound too depressing.
So you don't believe in love?
Of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone, to enjoy their company. You can do that for years, with friends, family, lovers, but at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one. Not really. I'd know. The one time I tried, it really didn't work out.
But do you regret trying?
No, I guess I don't. It confirmed for me that marriage and the like, it's never going to be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's giving me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it, willing to share their lives so closely, even if for most of them it won't pan out. There's something beautiful there, like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. Well, in any case, I singed off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, for that minute when I said we'd be together forever and meant it, I sure felt alive.
If you know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating. And something worth helping other people celebrate.
You're a tricksy one, Bumumo. And I'm too tired to fight your logic, which means it's time for me to head back.
Of course, Mr. Hyde. And I meant to say, I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here.
Oh, it's plenty comfortable, for sure. Besides, well, it all boils down to this, doesn't it?
What? What are you doing?
He's drunk at his party.
Uh,
The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness Gala's from a long-living species. But even then, he'll grow old before I do, eventually. The world will change 100 times. Technologies will die out. New technologies will come. I will feel again the way I feel now in a century, maybe two. And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. Me.
give me that one again.
The world won't wait for me. But you will. Am I right, Bumumo?
That is very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde.
You've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know a little in return.
I suppose that's true.
So, anyway, I'm looking forward to that. To continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me.
Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. We'll make sure it's not misplaced.
I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to go browse for some film cameras.
Oh!
Hey! I love her! She's so good! I love her!
What's the worst that can happen?
Indeed.
Take care of yourself, friend.
And you as well. I love it when people like just straight up call each other friend. It always touches me a little bit. The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde. But some of us will. Pink spice. A smooth but spicy draught.
Ew!
I think we should end there.
Sure.
Yeah, that feels good.
Mad at Discord because you were getting into it and you're doing a good job. It's bullshit.
Thanks. But such is my curse.
Discord hates you more than any of our other friends, and I don't know why.
More than anyone I know.
Discord really hated Chula for a long time. Like, she couldn't use it for quite a bit, but other than that, yeah. Alright. Thanks, guys. I don't know when the next one will be. Subscribe.
Subscribe. Go to the Patreon. Buy his book.
Bumumo.
Bomomo.
Good night.
Bye.
Ah!
Okay, we should.